Okay, so I'm here doing something a little bit different today. I had another gorgeous, beautiful person share that they were a painter wanting to be a painter, in the sense that it's something that they had done at some point in their life, and for whatever reason it's been put on the back burner, and they kind of feel it sort of eyeing them from the corner of the room, like wanting them to play again and just to paint and create again. And I've definitely been in this place. Like when I did my first video, it had been 2 years since I had painted, and I was scared. Like I was scared of something that I loved and didn't necessarily know how to get started again. Or it's like I knew how to get started, but it just felt too something, like too big, or too big of a stretch to actually do and leap into. So I think that happens a lot, especially for people who have been creative at one point in their life, and for other life things just took that place, and then getting back into it. And I think one of the fears that comes up one of the blocks is that it's that, like, us wanting it to look like it did when it was a bigger part of our life, and actually kind of letting it be something different. So whether it be like a painter wanting to paint again, or a musician wanting to play again, or a writer wanting to write again, like sort of facing the fears of like what we're expecting it to look like. And I was thinking when I was driving, like, okay, like what's a little thing to do? And what came to me was that creativity is preverbal. So there's a way when oftentimes, like, I'll sit down and I'll write out all of my fears to try and release them, or just to become aware of them and to kind of give them some airtime. And with creativity, we don't actually have to use words. And in a lot of ways, words actually block what something deeper is actually trying to say, like what our creativity is actually wanting to express. So I thought of the idea of doing fear portraits, and this looking like very different perhaps than, you know, the idea of like, oh, I'm gonna start painting and I'm going to put up a piece of paper and, you know, start really big or start really small and like leap into it how I used to do it. And really, I feel it's just like leaping, not necessarily into a painting, but leaping into a creative process again, and letting that be the first step. So I even kind of did this a little sporadically. I was on my way to the grocery store to buy grapes because I had a craving for grapes, and I came back and I'm like, I need to be going to work, and I'll do this video tomorrow when I'm in my space with my easel and I have time. And I'm like, no, that's not what this is about. So I came home, I'm at my desk, I pulled out some white pieces of paper that I had, I scrounged up some Sharpies, and I found some watercolors. So really you can use anything. Even if you just have a pen or pencil, or go raid your child's crayon box, or go to the desk cubicle next to you and ask to borrow the red pen. So now you have a red and a blue and a black pen and a pencil. It doesn't really matter. The key thing is you're going to make your fear portrait. So instead of writing it out, you're actually going to paint, draw, whatever is blocking you from diving back into your creative expression. And it's going to be quick and short. So I would suggest like just doing 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. And it might be one portrait. It might be 10 portraits. Like, just like letting your creativity express the fear, and sort of putting your mind aside. We're not trying to explain it right now. You're just getting it on the paper, pre-verbal, making absolutely no sense, but like the deeper part of you completely getting it. Okay, so that's the little challenge suggestion. I'm gonna do it too. I only have 30 minutes before I have to be to work, so I will share as well. All right, I'll be back.